I can't see Tracy back there. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is Tuesday, March the 12th, and currently 7:08 p.m. And I would entertain a motion to open up the general town meeting for the town of Colmar Manor.
I'll make that motion as stated.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the meeting is now in order. Okay, we have something very exciting to happen today. While the agenda might look long, we will not be long, so that we can move forward with the swearing in of our new officer. So we're going to start out with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So if we could take a moment to have a moment of silence for the sick and the shut-in, for our troops overseas, for those who serve and help us, and those under the weather. And now if we could take a moment of silence and rejoice in our happiness, the things that we're grateful for, the things that we have in our life that we are happy that we have, and that our happiness and appreciation. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to start off the meeting at number 4, which is the report on the work session. And by the way, I'm Mayor Barrow, for anybody who doesn't know that's the case. I'll report out on the work session. We had our work session on Tuesday, March the 5th. On that section, we talked about purchasing bike racks, which we had budgeted for, and made the decision to move forward and get 3 bike racks in town in our different parking lots. Rec Council, we talked about getting a separate credit card for Rec Council, a separate credit card for administration, to separate that from the one card that we're all using for the town today. We looked over our HEAL resolution, which we have in place, and made updates to it, which we are actually going to take action on today. We talked about, we heard from the president of the Brentwood Fire Department, which currently has absorbed the Colmar Manor and Cottage City Fire Departments. So that's currently our fire department, even though they're housed at the Bunker Hill Fire Department location. And he spoke to us about things going on at the fire department and the things they need donations for. We spoke about a small business resolution that's been recommended by Prince George's Municipal League, which was also to be on this agenda, and it is on this agenda for today, but we're going to table it. We spoke about the Women's History Month and made a decision to purchase a table for Women's History Month, so that the women here in the office, as well as some from town, will have an opportunity to go to the Women's History Luncheon, which we've done in the past. We talked about our budget schedule, and we scheduled to do an introduction of our budget on May 14th, which is next month's regular meeting. We'll advertise after that date. And then by June 15th, we'll have a public hearing on May 28th. And that is the public information, and we also scheduled out the dates when we would actually be having the work session specifically for budget preparation. We talked about the Kids in the Park Day, May 18th, and trying to schedule a scavenger hunt for the kids. So we will be talking to the Rec Council about doing that. We talked about William Works Creative Arts Field Day, and made a decision to provide the same donation, which I think was $250, to that process, which is June 7th. Tree City, we talked about a resolution, which is on this agenda today, and we worked out the details on the Tree City. We have talked about our appreciation dinner, our annual appreciation dinner, which will be on March 22nd. And the Garden Club reported out to us on materials for the bed and what would be required. and they will go back and actually do the pricing out and come back with us and let us know. And we also talked about our police general order amendment related to immigration, and work through the details on what we wanted to have in that resolution. And we also talked about our code enforcement, and that's it. So that is, any council have any differences in those items?
You're welcome.
Okay, in terms of the next item is the mayor's report. I will just say that during the last month, we had a wonderful Black History Month event here. I mean, it was packed. It was awesome. Young people performing, and actually, I want to really give out to Jordan Perkins. Jordan Perkins for his emceeing. He was excellent, and Jordan is, what, 12?
He's 10.
10, okay. Yes, and he did an absolutely excellent job. We look forward to the video coming out so that y'all can see how that event went. I also went to several other Black History Month events in other towns in our local area, in the port towns, and actually was on a panel in Brentwood to talk about the challenges between Brentwood and North Brentwood. Brentwood is where I spent a lot of my growing up years. We're having ongoing CSX meetings, so I've been to a couple of those in relationship to the noise, the idling, the speed, and all of that. We have a team that's been working through that. I'm happy to say that the street work has started from our CDBG grant, and Mr. Baden had some primary bids, pre-bid meeting last week to get it going, moving forward. We had an excellent unwind on Friday, and we may be able to do it again, but it was really to help everybody unwind from the pressures of what happened when the government was shut down and how much pressure that put on everybody. And the event with cards and board games and video games and a movie and painting, and some of our artwork is on the wall there from the painting, and little music, and everybody just had an absolute wonderful time. We had our free store so people could go in, and we had canned goods that came from our new Victoria partner church, and so it was really awesome. It was really an awesome evening. This morning I got to visit the fourth graders, which is always an awesome time. Chief Milton Berger went in there with me, and we were able to give them an overview of the town. We got some wonderful questions and did some great stuff. And we had a green team meeting in between, rec council meeting. Angela Olsterbrooks, actually, county executive Olsterbrooks, hosted the mayors at what she said will be a periodic hosting to let us know what's going on in the county, what the agencies are doing. This is like her kickoff into the municipal conversations. And I think I'm going to say that's it for mine. That's the mayor's report. Ward 1.
Yes, good evening. I just want to say that Ward 1 looks pretty good, and I haven't had a lot of complaints about furniture sitting out over the weekends. And spring is arriving quickly, and we got another hour earlier, more daylight. So check your smoke detectors. And if there's any problem with them, you can call the fire department and they'll bring you another one. Thank you.
And I did forget, I really wanted to say as we go to Council Member Bowden, happy birthday, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Everybody say happy birthday, Cynthia.
Thanks.
And also Brooke, we forgot, Julian Ivy's event, we forgot that.
Oh.
Meeting with Julian.
Oh, that's right, and Julian Ivy. That's right, Julian Ivy had a town hall where she brought out a lot of county people as well for us to see and talk to what's going on. And so what we've been doing is when we're getting these messages, if you're on our email list, you're getting these messages. And so we've been regularly sending out what we get that's going on in the county, the state, so that you guys can stay up to date on what's happening. So just stay in touch. If you got an email, we'll let you know. Okay, Councilmember Bowden.
Oh, good evening. In Ward 2, we still have people that's not cleaning up their dog poop, and the only time they clean it up if I'm looking, and they know who they are. So please clean up your dog poop. That's what the pooper scooper trash can is for. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, Ward 3, Councilmember Jackson.
Yes. Good evening. My report is really for the whole ward. 2019 homeowners and renters tax credit applications are available. You can, if you receive your applications by May the 1st, it will be included in your July 1st tax bill. All applications must be submitted no later than September the 3rd, 2019. And it's very important. It really helps out with you. You can go on to maryland.gov and fill out the application for the tax credit. Also, I want to say Delegate Diane Fennell for District 47 has her scholarship application. She has it every year. We have some applications on the desk over there. The deadline for the scholarship application is April the 12th. It's very helpful. I know I have a son in school, and any help, any money that we can use helps as far as with college is concerned. Also, we'll be having a trip to District 47, their annual night in Annapolis. We'll be leaving here from the town hall. I think it's 4:30, Mayor? On
I'm
Monday.
not sure. But I
But we
think-
do have limited seats, so if some residents want to join us, we encourage you to call the town hall and speak to Kayla, put your name on the list. Also, if you want to join us that day, please bring your ID, because they will not let you into Annapolis without your ID. And that's it for my report.
All right, thank you. Ward 4 is absent. And is there someone who would like to excuse?
Sure, I would.
Councilmember Mendoza?
Sure. I would like to make a motion to excuse Councilmember Mendoza from the meeting. She's ill.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any opposition, any discussion? I'll call, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all right. Okay. Treasurer's report, Mr. Baden.
All right, you should have a copy of the February Treasurer's Report. There's copies on the table as well. I'll give a brief overview of that report. This covers the first 8 months of fiscal year 2019 from July 2018 through February 2019. Total revenues for that period was $1,411,000. Some of the larger revenue sources are real estate taxes of $895,000. Income taxes of $56,000, and red light camera violations of $63,000. On the expenditure side, we had total general government expenditures of $376,000. This includes community parks and playground grant for a park that was put in town last year of $177,657. Most of the other expenditure items within general government are trending on target for what we had budgeted for. Senior van activities, expenditures were $29,000. Total budgeted for the year was $49,252. So we're about 60% spent in that area through 8 months. Code enforcement, we had $9,622 spent against $41,508. That code enforcement officer is actually billed from Cottage City, and we haven't received recent billings for that, so that should increase quite a bit in the next month. Public Works, we had total expenditures of $158,000 against a $263,000 budget. So about 60% spent for Public Works. Community Center Town Hall maintenance, which is the maintenance of this building, as well as the debt service costs of, for the loan on this building is $197,762. Total budget was $355,000, so we're currently 55% spent for community center operations. Police Department and Public Safety, $174,759 year to date, $436,000 budget. And the Community center, this is not the maintenance, this is the operation of the events and, the downstairs. Total cost $55,821, total budget $85,000, so about 65% spent for the year. That's a quick overview of the February report, and ask you to accept it as submitted.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I'll make that motion as stated.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? I'll just make the point that in general, where we would be around about 66% of the year, we're well under that budget number, although that means that there's some expenditures that we have to take care of. And then, Mr. Baton, I just would like to point out on the balance sheet, 2111, if you can take a look at that.
Okay.
So I'll call, any other discussion? I'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4 is absent, and the mayor votes aye. Thank you very much, Mr. Payton.
You're welcome.
Next item is a police report. Chief Miltenberger.
Good evening, everyone. Looking into my monthly February report, we had 10 written reports. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. We had one theft from auto on February 2nd. Cottage City wrote a report. On February 2nd, Sergeant Sims found a ring at the town hall, which was found property. We had a disorderly call on February 4th at the Port Town Shopping Center. Officer Williams obtained a warrant for the disorderly person. On February 5th, Officer Williams wrote a property damage report in the shopping center. On February 8th, 2019, Sergeant Sims wrote a theft from auto in the shopping center. On February 9th, Sergeant Sims wrote a theft report. On February 12th, Officer Williams conducted a field observation on a suspect that was loitering. On February 18th, Officer Williams wrote a shoplifting report at the Shoppers Food Warehouse. On February 27th, Cottage City and PG County responded to the Port Town Shopping Center for an assault between customers. On February 28th, Sergeant Sims wrote a theft report for 5 bank checks that was taken from a victim. On the second page, we actually had a total of 66 calls. I'm not going to go through all of it. I have a code enforcement update. Code enforcement just wants me to remind the citizens, if you're listening, that the door hangers, they're just warnings, and that they still have time to fix the violations. And if they need to, they can feel free to call, and if so you can clarify the warning. So as far as the amendment to the police general orders, I'm going to adopt the amendment to the police general orders non-intervention with respect to citizen and immigration status.
Okay.
And I respectfully ask that you accept my report.
Okay, moving forward. Thank you so much, Chief. Is there a motion to accept the police report?
I'll make that motion to accept the police report.
A second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Yes, there's a lot of activity going on at the Shoppers Food Warehouse.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Want to just thank you, Chief, for having always, I see officers parked out in front of Shoppers. I walk a lot, I catch the bus, so I'm grateful for that. But I'm not sure what attracts so many people at that particular location a lot. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
curious. I seen it today, walking. People that
I know.
they don't live in the area, but seems like sometimes they get off the bus with me.
Right.
I want to say, where are you going? But, you know.
Maybe they want to go with you somewhere. I
Yeah.
think it's just a friendly atmosphere,
I
the
think
friendly
it is.
town. So most of the people are good people that come by, right?
Yes, they are.
Yes. So every
thank
now and then you got to run around. And I want to just thank you, Chief, for approving our change to the general orders. We'll vote on it in a moment. So thank you. Is there a, okay, I'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4 is absent, and the mayor votes aye. Okay, for unfinished business, we have the trailer permits. So I would like to say that we still haven't gotten revisions on it yet, and we'll work on that for next month. So, do I have to vote to table an item on the agenda?
Yes.
Okay.
The motion to table, second.
Okay, is there a motion to table the item on the trailers?
Oh, I'll make that motion as stated.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so we move this to next month. And also, we'd like to put it on the work session agenda so that we can make sure that it is what we're looking for before we actually get to the general meeting. I'm moving on to new business. Okay, we have a resolution for Hill City. And for that resolution, which we have already had in place, the main changes in the resolution is that we added under healthy food access, we added cooking classes to learn to cook healthier, a water bottle filling station for recycling and educating people on weight loss. The water bottle, the cooking classes, and then we had a new section on implementation, hold periodic health fairs and health and wellness classes to monitor health and learn to stay healthy, and offer exercise instruction to seniors and others that are interested. Okay. Is there a motion to accept the upgrades to the resolution R2 2019?
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution R219 for Hill City.
Is there a second?
I second that motion as stated.
Any discussion?
No.
None, I'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye. Sorry.
Ward 4 is absent, and the mayor votes aye. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is Tree City Resolution. And it's the same resolution that we've had in previous years, which basically says that we recognition for community forestry programs in thousands of towns and cities across the nation, and that we are, now be it resolved, the town of Colmar Manor, the town green team is hereby authorized to submit an application to the Arbor Day Foundation to award the town of Colmar Manor the designation of Tree City, USA. Is there a motion for us to,
Yes.
Accept that resolution.
I'll make that motion.
Resolution 1?
20.
119.
R1,
Oh,
yes.
wait.
R1 2019.
Oh, okay. R1 2019, okay.
And I'll
Sorry.
second that motion.
Any discussion? I'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4 is absent, and the mayor votes aye. All right, so that resolution is complete. The next item on the agenda is the small business resolution. We discussed at the work session, Treasurer Baden has had some concerns where he wasn't able to be in attendance and would like to go over this further, and
table it?
us to go over it and table it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make that motion to table.
So we're tabling R3 2019 to
put it on the
next
work
month.
session?
We'll put it back on the work session and then in the general meeting.
Okay.
And this resolution is basically in relationship to offering more opportunities to small minority businesses and local businesses in the community. So we just need to make sure that it's tight enough that we know that we can actually follow it once we pass it.
Okay.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? I'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4? Absent, and the mayor votes aye. Okay, so the last item we have here under new business is our police general orders. The general orders, which have been adopted by the police, will now be voted on by this council to ensure that these orders remain in place unless they're moved by council. These general orders, which basically they're on the table if anybody would like to read them, but they basically are stating that our police department is non-intervention in relationship to citizen and immigration status. In general, all of the items here, I'm not going to read them all, are all based on that same statement with specific details about how that would be managed or handled. And we went over this in the last work session thoroughly. We've seen this already now for over a week. So if is there a motion for us to accept, approve the amendment to the police general orders for non-intervention?
I make that motion stated, Mayor.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? I'll call for a vote. Ward 1?
Aye.
Ward 2?
Aye.
Ward 3?
Aye.
Ward 4 is absent, and the mayor votes aye.
Who made those motions?
Blue made the motion.
Lou and Jackson?
And Jackson.
All right, so we have any committee reports. Do we have the senior report?
I have no report this time. Due to the bad weather in Tammy.
Okay, very good, thank you. And Mr. Muchler, for seniors, as far as our HEAL resolution, we're going to try to have someone comes in and do some sitting exercises with the seniors during their regular meetings.
Great.
Is there a garden report?
Yes. Our next garden club meeting is this Saturday, which is March the 16th. If the weather permits, we'll have it at one of the gardens. If not, we'll have it here in the outreach room. There's still available plots available. This is your time to sign up for a garden plot. We have plots available in both gardens. We'll be talking about, the garden club will be doing a selling plants at Community Forklift on April the 6th. So normally what we do is split times. So if someone is interested in help us sell our garden plants, this is a fundraiser for the garden club. This year we will be charging $20 for residents for a garden plot and $25 for non-residents. And the reason why we're doing that because we wanted to try to keep it sustainable, and we didn't do very well with our mums last year. And we think if people pay $20 for a plot, they'll be more committed to it. So that's something that we discussed at our last meeting. But we will be doing mums for 2019. We're going to go back selling them at the Burger King parking lot, hopefully, if they haven't started the renovations. So please come out, join us next Saturday at our garden club. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, green team.
Yes, our green team. We'll be having a joint green team meeting here on March the 26th with Carter City. One of the things that we'll be talking about, we're doing jointly, we're working together for Earth Day. We'll be cleaning up the Doolin Creek. So our green team meeting is an open meeting. Anyone is welcome. We try to have light refreshments, so if you will be attending, please let Kayla know so we'll make sure we have something for you. Let me see. At our last green team meeting, we had Mike Huckleby from Sustainable Maryland. He came and spoke to us about getting recertified for the town of Colmar Manor. We also talked about having some environmental classes like we had in the past about rain gardens, and also more classes on recycling because we're still seeing people putting plastic in their recycling bins. So like I said, the green team meeting is an open meeting. It's very friendly. Sometimes people don't want to leave. You all are welcome to join, and next we'll be having it with Carter City, which the meeting will be here March the 26th, and it starts at 6:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a recreation report?
On Thursdays at 6:30, we have self-defense class here, and you get 2 free classes, and then it's $50 a month. And we have Zumba here Monday and Wednesdays at 7:15, and on Saturdays at 9:30. The drop-in fee is $6, and you can prepay for 8 weeks for $40. And we also have Shabu's boot camp here on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's $40 for 4 weeks, and a drop-in at $15. Thank you.
All right. And I also want to again mention that the Recreation Council meets on the first Monday of the month. Reese, and I always forget her last name, Marisha, she is now heading up the president and doing an excellent job. We're really excited about her being involved. She's bringing in some other residents. So please come up on the first Monday, hook up with the Recreation Council so that we can have more fabulous events like we did on Friday, which was a great unwind for us. Is there a report on PGCMA? That's normally Councilmember Mendoza. So I'll just mention that they had a huge meeting over in Riverdale Park this week. The attendance was awesome. It's really great to see the Prince George's County councils and mayors and council really working together and trying to make some changes within the state. I will also mention that we did have a four-town meeting, which I forgot to mention, and one of the main things that we talked about there is that we have to re-up our application for Sustainable Maryland. So Bladensburg's taking the lead on that, but somebody from every town is working together in order for us to get our application in. Those applications are required for us to get grants from the state. We also, the Maryland Black Mayors, for which I'm the treasurer, we got a stormwater management grant, and we will start taking classes tomorrow. That's going to be helping us. We have members from the green team, members from the staff, and members from the council who will be there to start learning about, it's a train the trainer course, so that as we learn about how ways you can manage stormwater in your own direct environment, we can start training you on how to do that. So that kicks off tomorrow.
Where's it going to be at?
It's going to be in North Brentwood at the North Brentwood Municipal Center. And I want to say, I hope you guys have noticed the medians. I am so thrilled. We have such a big problem every year of getting State Highway out here to manage our medians, and they've come out early. Right now they look really good. I hope they're not too early, that there's a frost again. But I think that they'll hold up and they're looking nice. I also want to go ahead and mention that you should expect to start to see the parking restriction signs going up. We definitely expect that they're probably going to be up by the end of this month. There's several to be placed for the visitor parking. And as you know, the parking ended for unrestricted number of cars on January the 6th. And so we're only providing one parking sticker per household. In a household is a hole with a lease or a mortgage. And then after we've gotten that up, after a couple of months, we'll come back together, we'll see what the experience has been like, and then we'll revisit whether we open it up for other cars within a household. And so other than that, with that, the next order of business is to actually do our swearing in of Officer Calloway. Raise your right hand. Okay, this is the town of Colmar Manor Police Officer Oath of Office. You got it, Tracy. State of Maryland, County of Prince George's County. I, Audrey Calloway, do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland and support the Constitution and laws thereof, and that I will, to the best of my skill and judgment, diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Corporal of the Town of Colmar Manor
Corporal of the Town of Colmar Manor
in Prince George's County, Maryland,
in Prince George's County, Maryland,
according to the Constitution and the laws of this state
according to the Constitution and the laws of this state,
and the charter laws of Prince George's County,
and the charter laws of Prince George's County,
together with the charter and ordinances of the Town of Colmar Manor.
together with the charter and the
Ordinances.
ordinance of Colmar Manor.
Subscribed and sworn before me, Sadara Barrow, the Town of Colmar Manor, Prince George's County, Maryland, 12th day of March, 2019. Congratulations. Your mother gonna pen? So can we get a picture of the signing here? Where you sign?
Should have got my nails done.
Okay.
I seen that.
Maybe we should get some keys.
Let me get our key.
Oh, she wants to dance.
Can we get a group picture with the council and the chief? All right. Okay, at the adjournment of this meeting, we've got refreshments in the back. We're celebrating Cynthia's birthday. We're celebrating the swearing in of Corporal Callaway. And so the last item on the agenda is citizens' comments. Do we have anyone who has any citizen comments at this time?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Come on over here.
State her name.
State your name and the street that you live on, 100 block.
My name is Patricia Amaya. I live on Lawrence Street. I just wanted to say thank you for passing the resolution and to support our community and for supporting our community.
Thank you.
Thank
I appreciate that very much. Lucy? Is there any other resident comments? Okay, with none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I make that motion as stated.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? No. Okay, this meeting is adjourned. Let's go.